Welcome to episode 12 of If You Even Care. Thank you for caring. Should we be saying something like that? Should we have a little thing that we say at the beginning? I don't know. Does it feel performative? Feels a little performative. We'll take a community vote. But thanks for being here. First things first, Dunkin reveal. Now this one is from the good Dunkin. There's the good Dunkin and the bad Dunkin. Good Dunkin, 8 out of 10 will come out good. 2 out of 10, rancid, sewer water. So, I don't know, color's looking good. I think that means that we're at least going to have a strong start to the morning. I'm not seeing any sugar pooling at the bottom. So, I don't know. It's looking good. Yeah, it's like crack. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Now, the evil Dunkin, they don't fuck with me. I'm not sure why, but it's beyond even just making my coffee bad. The one time I pulled up in my little rink-a-dink car, rink-a-ma-dink Honda, and yeah, she needed her brakes changed. So yes, I squealed on up to the window, and it squeaked so loud when I pulled up that I was kind of laughing, and then the girl in the window laughed, and she was like, damn. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's bad. And she was like, if that were my car, I'd throw the whole thing out. I was like, yup. Yeah. She was like, I'm serious. Like, that thing's gotta go. I was like, yeah. Yeah. Things are tight right now. Trying to make ends meet. Thought I'd get myself a little bit of a treat today. Little nice little coffee, something to pick me up. You see somebody when they're down and you kick them. That's what we do at Dunkin' Donuts. My apologies, Dunkin'. Just Dunkin'. That's what we do. We kick people. Come on now. It was like we're laughing together, and then I was like, actually, maybe we were never laughing together in the first place. And then she proceeded to hand me the most disgusting coffee I've ever had in my entire life. So you saw me down, gave me a kick, and then you circled the block, gave me a kick again, this time in the teeth. That shit was just pure sugar on the bottom. Nastiness. So, yeah, they're not fucking with me at evil Dunkin', but you've got to have both. You've got to appreciate the good Dunkins in your life. You've got to have a bad Dunkin' nearby, where sometimes you look at the line at the good Dunkin' and you're like, damn, people are onto it. They figured it out. They figured out the formula. Now they know which one's good, which one's bad. So you got to spin around to the bad one. You got to drink something disgusting, 3 sips, you're out, and then it sits in your car and it rots until the next time you get a coffee and you play cup roulette. Unless you're one of those people who actually takes out your cups and like your drinks and stuff after you finish them. And just know that you are who I aspire to be in this life. You've reached enlightenment. And I'm so far behind you. But I'm running, sprinting, trying to catch up. Okay? I see you. I want to be you. Yeah, you got to have both duality. The duality of man. One person making something with love, care, affection, passion, sometimes romance. Sometimes they flirt with me at that Dunkin'. At the other Dunkin', I think they want to stab me. And that's okay, because that's their prerogative. Okay, now question. Who's watching Heated Rivalry? Yeah. Yes, I'm watching the gay hockey show. Yes, I love it. I've seen all 4 episodes that are out so far. I have timestamps if you either aren't planning on watching the show, you don't care, or you just don't want to hear spoilers. You can go ahead and skip this, but I need to talk about it. I had to rewatch it because I feel like the first time I was missing things. I feel like I was like locking in when I would hear a moan. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm missing stuff. And then I would kind of like tune out some of the other stuff. So watched it twice, picked up on some things the second time, enjoyed things again the second time. And yes, is it 2 gorgeous men kissing? Yes. 4 even. Yeah, is there a butt reveal? Yeah, there is. Is it also deeply sad at times? Yes. Did I cry? Yeah. And I didn't expect that, to be honest. 2 hockey players, Ilya Rozanov, Shane Hollander, and out the gate, you could cut the sexual tension with a knife. It's so good. Like the build up to everything. Neither one of them is in a place where they're even close to being out. Plus, they're hockey players. They end up in the NHL. There's just no chance of that happening for them. And what I like about they're obviously closeted, but I like that there's no constant, who's going to out them? Because you're walking on eggshells a little bit for the first couple episodes. I mean, no, honestly, I was in every single one. I'm always when are they going to pull some stupid shit, some corny, somebody caught them on video or was looking into their apartment with a telescope or some shit and they're going to get caught. But that doesn't happen. And I really appreciate that. I feel like that's what happens in every show where 2 characters are, in the closet. You will be scared for them the whole time, but that doesn't happen. The best part is they're not only both hockey players, but their teams rival each other often. And I guess they're it's a really big rivalry and they're both captains. So the stakes are even higher if they were to get caught, but the show doesn't toy with that too much because if you've got something that serious, that big of a secret, people normally go to great lengths to try to keep it hidden. And that's what they do. They don't really fuck around. There's one moment that they have where Rozanov is kissing Hollander outside on this balcony at this big thing. And Hollander kind of gets mad at him because he has he snaps to reality and he's what are you doing? We can't do this. But they don't play with fire too much. They take it very seriously. Ilya Rozanov is a little more accepting of who he is, and he's also bisexual. Shane Hollander seems like he's a little more confused about his identity. He ends up dating an actress in episode 4, which... Episode 4. You hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. I'm hot. I'm blushing. My feelings are hurt. But he seems like he's a little more confused. He's not solid on what his sexual identity is. And he also seems to be dealing with some internalized homophobia. He's not as open as Ilya is. And Ilya Rozanov wants connection. He wants intimacy. And Hollander can't give him that. And it kind of sucks. And that comes to a boiling point in episode 4 when they're having a very intimate moment on the couch. And I was I don't know if I should, you guys want me to turn the screen off for a second? You need a minute? It was really cute. It was really sweet. But it's it almost, to me, at first, him trying to get Shane to be more open and warm and accepting of him trying to be a little more romantic felt like trying to put a cat into a bath. And then at some point he just accepted and he just leaned into it. But they're sitting on the couch after having passionate and crazy sex. They're sitting on the couch on opposite ends. The first time you go over to a guy's house. At some point, Ilya's pulling him onto his chest. And he accepts it. And he lays there and he enjoys it. And then it turns into not just the usual fucking. Because these guys fuck. Capital K. It's crazy. And they have a lot of sexual chemistry. But this is more romantic. And I think that freaks him out. Freaks Hollander out. Not Rozanov, who's kind of he goes, Shane, sit down. As he's he gets off the couch in a hurry and he wants to leave all of a sudden because he realizes they're kissing kissing I like you kissing, maybe love you kissing. I mean, the show takes place over the course of several years. You get a lot of time skips in it and you realize oh, these guys really like each other if they're willing to wait so long. You spend 18 months You're not able to see this person during that time. You're not able to hook up. They kind of suck at texting, but you keep holding out for it. You like that person. Like they obviously really like each other. I think about that feeling of like when you know you're going to see your crush, but you have to like wait for it. Imagine waiting 18 months and still having that same excitement and like not kind of getting over the idea of them. When Shane gets up off that couch, I said, sit down. Sit down. Like a mom in a grocery store talking to her badass kid. I'm like, sit the fuck down. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are you guys doing to me? Think about me. That's my biggest problem with the show. Think about me. Episode 3, we get a different storyline. Scott and Kip. Love you guys. Sweetie pies. Scott lost his whole family. His family, his parents passed away in a car accident. So for him, being in the closet is more about his career and also maintaining a certain image as a man than it is about being out to his family. So Kip, who is out to his friends and his family and has a really good support system, doesn't deal with the same struggles. And even though you empathize with Scott and you go, I get where you're coming from and why this is really hard for you, Kip wants to be loved out loud, and that ends up leading to the demise of their really sweet relationship that I loved. And again, you guys, where are we thinking about me? Where are we taking my feelings into account? When Kip goes home to his dad and falls into his arms crying, love? Are we thinking about me on the other side of the screen? Crying so hard? Probably not, but that's okay. That's okay. I forgive you. And I'll continue watching the rest of the season. I'll probably rewatch it again afterwards. But their relationship was really cute. They just were always thinking of each other. It was really mature, except that it was just contained. Like pretty much just contained to Scott's apartment. A really nice apartment, but still just to an apartment. There's a point when him and Kip tried to go to an art gallery. Kip wants to go to school for art, I believe. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he's waiting on a scholarship. And Scott's like big sunglasses, hoodie up, like the whole 9, and it still isn't enough. He ends up having a panic attack while he's in there. He's just, the thought of being caught and like outed is just too overwhelming for him. So they end up not being together, and it makes me so fucking sad. I have a question for the people out there who have watched the show. If anybody can hear me right now. I don't think that Scott knows about Shane and Ilya. But there is a scene where Scott's kind of talking shit to Shane Hollander, and he's kind of going like, oh, you're starting to talk like him too. Obviously talking about Rosanoff. And I was like, does he know? Is that allowed? Is that allowed? I don't think he does, though. I don't think he does, because I don't see how he would have. He never overheard Rosanoff telling Hollander his room number or anything like that. He does, Hollander does have a reaction while they're going to the Olympics in Russia. You're in a country where, like, horrible things will happen to you if you're outed. So, Shane is kind of like, they're all talking about it. Scott, Shane, their friend, and they're just having a discussion about how dangerous it is to be gay in that country. Hollander kind of seems like he's taking a little bit of extra interest in that fact. And Scott almost looks like he peeps that. He almost looks like he's kind of looking over like, does that interest you? Is that interesting to you? Like extra interesting to you somehow? But I don't think so. I could be wrong. I did not read the books, and the show just came across my desk. Okay, I don't know anything about what happens in the books, and I think you always get extra context in the books. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like they don't know about each other. And it'd be almost kind of nice if they did, because they'd have a little bit of a sense of community, but I feel like the more people know, the more heightened your anxiety is going to be. And for somebody like Shane Hollander, who's very anxious, that would be a horrible thing. So actually, everything I just said, never mind. Never mind, scratch that. Something that was very shocking to me. Did I know that the actor that plays Rozanov is not actually Russian? I did. Did I expect, when I heard his voice for the first time in an interview, to hear Drew Phillips? No, I didn't. I swear I think their voices sound so similar. That was the first person that came to mind when I heard him talking. I was like, oh my God, he sounds like Drew. That was weird. And I saw a woman who is Russian, and she was saying, like, complimenting how well he spoke Russian and then also how good his accent was. And it's not just the accent. He almost like changes his entire face. He does kind of like the low brow kind of thing when he's speaking. Casting director, you need a raise. Did they offer you one yet? Ask for another one. Have a third. That one's on me. Okay? You can collect that money from your employer, but that one came from me. That one came from the viewers, because everybody agrees that you fucking killed it. These guys are great. Like, the casting is just so good. There's nothing over the top cheesy about the show. There's nothing at all that has really turned me off of it. There are things that make you uncomfortable or sad, but I like that. You know, it would be so one note and boring if it was literally just softcore porn. Soft leaning on hard, but episode 4, you just said fuck me, and really hurt my feelings real bad with the whole like Alia dancing with this girl in the club, Shane's dating a famous actress, and I'm not okay. I'm gonna need 2 episodes a week, because I'm just thinking about how we can resolve this and how we could, like, because everybody's a little hurt, a little sad. What can we do about this? I'm thinking drop the rest of them. Yeah, I'm thinking drop all the episodes now. Do it right now, because I'm fucking sad. I think I'm going to get sadder. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot sadder. Before I get to be happy, I'm going to get sadder. Also, one of the funniest things about the show is like Shane's straight guy friend who invites him over for dinner and has a million kids, because he's the most like cookie cutter straight guy. He's just like, yeah, and hot women. And I'm having another baby. You want a beer? Like that. That's like how they're having him play that character. And it's, yeah. Like, he feels like a person I've met before. He's like, he feels like 5 guys condensed into like one super guy. Just super straight guy. Talking about, you gotta meet my wife's hot friend. Come over for dinner. My bitch wife wants to make you boring dinner. Okay, now on to the next thing. And I'm going to need everybody to be real honest right now. Okay? Don't hold out on me. I was having a conversation this week, and it reminded me of something really embarrassing that happened as a kid. And I just want everybody to be so for real. Okay? Who else thought the lyrics to Burnin Up by the Jonas Brothers were, I'm slipping into Delilah? Nobody? Maybe. No one? Come on, you guys. Somebody out there. Because there's no way that I was the only person who heard the lyrics wrong. Oh, everybody just had access to the lyrics? Everybody's seen a lyric video? Nobody could have misheard it? If you're not ready to be honest, that's fine. I just have a feeling somebody out there thought it was also, I'm slipping into Delilah. And also, and the next lyric I thought might be, and I'm trying to get some gold when I'm done. Go ahead and re-listen to the song. Come back to me. Tell me that you don't see how that could have happened. Nobody wants to be the person who thought it was slipping into Delilah, but I'm willing to put my hands up and say, I made a mistake. I was at my friend Caitlin's house for a sleepover, and we were putting on a talent show. Her idea, of course. And, it's her going up first. She's doing all kinds of backflips and cartwheels, and it's always the kid in gymnastics that wants to play talent show at the sleepover. I can't do that. She puts on a whole song and dance, backflips, front flips, whatever. I don't know what to do, so I decide that I'm going to sing Burnin' Up. I'm like 13. That song is hot on the charts right now. I perform it to the best of my ability, and yeah, did Caitlin's mom clap harder for her performance than for mine? Yeah, she did. But do you know what kind of cross to bear it is to know that someone's mom had to dial it back for you to not hurt their own kids' feelings? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. That's a burden that I carry around with me. But, I put my all into it. And does Caitlin's mom know the lyrics to Burnin' Up by the Jonas Brothers? Probably not. So was she probably thinking, what the fuck are these kids listening to? Most likely. But I didn't know about sex or anything at that age, so I didn't think that slipping into Delilah. Anytime I didn't understand something as a kid, I was just like, I'll get that when I'm older. That's like an older kid thing. My parents had told me that Strawberry Fields Forever by the Beatles was about doing drugs or something. So I was like, okay, Delilah is maybe some kind of psychoactive. I don't know. Maybe it's something that I just haven't heard of yet, but I will when I'm older. When I'm older, I'm going to slip into Delilah. And then I'm going to get some gold when I'm done. That also made me think about when I found out that Nick Jonas had diabetes. And I knew the Jonas Brothers and I knew their music, but I wasn't like a Jonas Brothers stan. And yet I cried. I fucking cried when I found out that he had diabetes. I was like, oh my God, how much time does he have? He was my favorite because he had curly hair, but like, I wasn't that devoted. I wasn't, whatever they are, Joe Bros, whatever a Jonas Brother stan is called. I wasn't that, but I was just like, no young boy deserves that. And like, yeah, that does suck. But I don't think it was terminal the way that I thought it was at the time. I was like, we don't know how much longer we'll have him for. I'm pretty sure he was being taken care of really well. When I was young, all you really had to do for me to have a crush on you was to like have curly hair. And that was it. Or maybe you had to be the sweet one. He's the sweet one. He wears blue. And I'd go, yeah, I like the sweet one. I don't really want whatever he is, the bad one, the nasty one, the smart one. Give me the sweet one. I like the sweet little guy. Yeah. And he's got curly hair. He's so sweet. You had to just have curly hair or have like a really nice voice. Like one of my first crushes as a kid. I'm still like this. I'm a voice person. I really like a unique voice, a voice with a little je ne sais quoi, just something about it that makes me like, I want to talk to that person because I just want to hear them talk. And a voice for me can just completely trump anything else. I don't care how you look. I care about how you smell and how your voice sounds. And that'll do it for me a lot of the time. You'd be surprised. So I had a crush on Timon, as in Timon and Pumbaa. And that is Nathan Lane, who I heard him again the first time I ever watched The Birdcage, again, very young, and had a crush on him then too. The Birdcage, he plays like an openly gay man, not just an openly gay man, but an openly gay and very feminine man. And I saw him in The Birdcage and I said, he is so fun. I love him. I love his voice, and he seems super fun. What more could you want in a boyfriend than like somebody who's fun with a cute voice? Another crush, Bianca Del Rio. Bianca Del Rio. I love that voice. Oh my God. And out of drag, very handsome man. In drag, very beautiful. And a great voice either way. So, and don't get me started on Meowth from Pokemon. We can just move on to the next thing now. Completely. We can actually just move on to the next thing. Perusing my notes, I have something I want to complain about. Can I do that? Is this a safe space? I hate when someone won't respond to any of the comments that they got. They won't like any of them, except for the one blue check mark fuck ass comment they get from like Jimmy John's going, I'm gagged by the tea of it all. And then they like it. Like Jimmy John's is going to send them a lifetime supply of free sandwiches. You're going through the comments, you see bangers, you see funny ones, you see reaction pictures, unique ones that you've never seen before. People are being hilarious or contributing to the conversation. You've got one like at your disposal. This person's only got one fucking like on them. And you give it to Arby's? Arby's, who commented, Jamocha shake for your thoughts, girly pop? No, and truly, I hope that you get the envelope full of like steak nuggets that you want so badly. I hope that happens for you. No, for real. I see a roast beef and cheddar melt in your future. I hope they send it with a fragile label. And I hope it comes expeditiously. I hope you're happy. People are putting in work in the comments. Or they're just trying to help boost you in the algorithm. They're doing you a kindness. You can't spare a like? You can't spare a single like? All that in the name of some curly fries sent to your P.O. box. No, honestly, enjoy. Enjoy. And the comments are always so fucking corny. It's always like, is this play about us? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my comments. This video is not even about you. If the video involves the name of the company in some way, shape, or form, you can comment on it. Go ahead and comment. And the person, oh my God, when they comment back to the brand and they're just like, Arby's, what are you doing here? I'm unfollowing you. And now I've unfollowed you. Like one of those people who thinks they care. I'm like, and now you've lost me as a follower. Now if Dyson comments on this shit and wants to send me an air wrap, you're going to mind your business, and so am I. And neither one of us is going to say anything about it. And I'm not going to like any of your comments. Dyson, where are you at? Unless a company is commenting to send you some shit, cut it out. They'll be okay without the free advertisement. It's all right. But at least disperse your likes. Give some up to the people who make it happen for you. That video ended up on Arby's radar because of the people who liked your fucking TikTok. Give them a like back. Damn. People are getting stingy. Anyway, my TikTok algorithm is completely ruined right now. The whole thing. Every other video that I get now is some British person eating wet sodium. Every single one. They get a Chinese, which I'm going to need you guys to work on that. Let's rebrand. Chinese food. Not a Chinese food. Just let's get Chinese food. You know? Let's get food from a Chinese restaurant. Although the food in question is onion rings and chicken balls. Also going to need you to work on that. We've all got problems. We got a little bit of an issue with the guns over here. You got me. You got us. It's fucked up. I understand that. But let's not go tit for tat. You guys are eating chicken balls. It's a chicken nugget. That's a goddamn chicken nugget. They're putting salt on foods you've never seen salted. You've never seen them salted beyond the point of when they were made. Salting a pizza crunch, which is a deep fried pizza. And it's not necessarily about the foods. Everybody eats shit food. Everyone eats shit. It's how wet it is. It's the wetness and the salt. I'm not too fucking good for a deep fried pizza or some French fries. Why are we salting them when they come salted? And why are they soaking fucking wet and cold? And then they take it out of the bag, all the wet sodium, and they put it on the plate and they're like, delicious or whatever. And you think, okay, they're about to pop it in the microwave. Pop it in the microwave for a minute or two, get that shit warmed up. No, they're about to eat it cold. Cold and wet and salted. And every video, different people have the same salt. It's like a big white bottle with a red top. And they are generous. You've never seen anything like it. And I don't know why I keep getting them constantly. I think it's because I watch the entire video from start to finish and then like it and favorite it. But it's getting on my nerves now. It's getting to a point. Rebecca's Chinese. If you've never seen it before, I need you to look her up on TikTok. She's making chicken balls, the best chicken balls they've got in all the Chinese. Their words. They're making chicken balls and onion rings and deep fried poop on a platter. Shit from a butt, and it's fried. And then you're going to want to salt it and then salt it again. And it's wet. And they give it a spritz of water so it's nice and wet. And then you think you're going to want to eat it when the poop from the butt is warm. You don't. You want to let it sit out for a little bit. That's the key. You get it in a brown paper bag. You let it sit in the bag. You're going to see the bag soak. It's marinating. Okay? When it's freezing cold, colder than the temperature in the house, take it out of the bag, give her a salt. She'll get wetter. It'll get wetter somehow, saltier, and then coat it in vinegar. Roll it around in vinegar. Yeah. And they wanted to keep us. Now, obviously, people in the UK, they're used to eating this kind of food. If they eat takeout and they eat at these Chinese food places that make this stuff. So for them, is seeing a soaking wet paper bag full of salted and soaked food, is that the same as like when Americans watch meat fall off the bone? As like the tenderism, the brisket? Is that the same? Do they get the same like satisfaction? I wonder. These are things I think about. Like when they see a chicken ball covered in vinegar, is that like, that's the good stuff? Yup. And it's wet? Okay, yeah. That's how you know it's ready. Okay, that's it for me. I'm about to go have a day. Hopefully you have a day too. Have a day today, okay? Go have yourself a day. And if you watched this on YouTube and you want to subscribe, it would mean a lot. If you want to give her a like, give her a comment, give her a rating, whatever you want to give to her, you can give her that. Bye.